Lincoln MKT 2009-19. The Lincoln MKT is a mid-size three-row luxury crossover SUV that was marketed by the Lincoln division of Ford Motor Company. A single generation was produced from the 2010 to the 2019 model years. Slotted between the Lincoln MKX, renamed the Lincoln Nautilus, and the Lincoln Navigator, the MKT shared its Ford D4 chassis with the Ford Flex-Cube and the 2011 to 2019 Ford Explorer. While the MKT had no direct Lincoln predecessor, its introduction coincided with the discontinuation of the Mercury Mountaineer. Based on the Ford Explorer, a livery variant of the MKT continued the use of the Lincoln Town Car name. After the 2019 model year, Ford ended the use of its D3/D4 chassis, discontinuing the MKT and counterparts. Within the Lincoln model range, the MKT was not directly replaced, but the second-generation Lincoln Aviator is a three-row Lincoln Cube. It is mid-size and slotted between the Nautilus and Navigator. Throughout its production, the MKT was assembled by Ford of Canada at its Oakville assembly facility at Oakville, Ontario, Canada. The Lincoln MKT was unveiled as a concept vehicle at the 2008 North American International Auto Show in Detroit, MI. Largely a preview of the upcoming production vehicle, it featured a full-length glass roof and a 2+2 seating layout. The MKT concept vehicle was announced to have the 415 horsepower 3.5 liters Cyclone 35 V6 variant of Ford's new EcoBoost engine family, which uses turbocharging and direct injection technologies to offer the power of larger displacement engines with the fuel economy of smaller engines. The MKT entered production at the Oakville assembly plant in July 2009 for the 2010 model year. While the Lincoln division was shifting from SUVs towards crossover SUVs, the MKT had no direct predecessor. Developed as a competitor against the Acura MDX, Audi Q7, and Mercedes-Benz R-Class, the MKT was designed as one of the largest and fastest luxury crossovers in its price range. While it is considered a crossover SUV, it is actually closer to full-size. The Lincoln MKT is based upon the unibody Ford D4 platform, a variant of the Volvo-derived Ford D3 platform designed for SUVs and crossovers. With a 120.7-inch wheelbase, the Lincoln MKT is the longest wheelbase D4 vehicle and the third longest wheelbase Lincoln currently produced. Only the Navigator L are longer. While sharing no common body panels, the Lincoln MKT is mechanically related to the Ford Flex and the fifth-generation Ford Explorer, though the Explorer remains marketed as an SUV and retains a greater degree of off-road driving capability. Sharing its powertrain with the Lincoln MKS and sixth-generation Ford Taurus, the standard engine for a Lincoln MKT is a 3.7 liters V6. From 2010 to 2012, the engine produced 268 horsepower. After 2013, the 3.7 liters V6 produced 303 horsepower. As an option, a 3.5 liters twin-turbocharged V6 is offered. Initially producing 355 horsepower in the MKT, in 2013, the 3.5 liters engine was retuned for 365 horsepower. Both engines are mated to a Ford 6F 6-speed automatic transmission. A front-wheel drive configuration is fitted to two-wheel drive versions, with all-wheel drive fitted as an option. The latter is standard on versions fitted with the 3.5 liters V6. In 2013, a 2.0 liters turbocharged inline-4 became available for the Town Car livery variant as a special order option. The MKT features electric power steering over more traditional hydraulic power steering. The electric steering system is combined with ultrasonic sensors to form a hands-off active park assist system that steers the vehicle into parallel parking slots. According to Lincoln's website, the MKT has been discontinued for the 2020 model year. In the shift from the 2008 concept to the production MKT, relatively few changes were made, with the most notable exception of larger rear quarter windows, the addition of wraparound headlamp units, and a revised lower grille. Retained from the concept, The vertically slatted split grille was a feature first introduced on the 2007 Lincoln MKR concept, along with the use of the Lincoln Star emblem as fender side vents. In the interest of fuel economy, Lincoln adapted several weight-saving measures in the construction of the MKT body. The liftgate is constructed using an inner panel of cast magnesium and an outer panel of stamped aluminum. Other places where magnesium replaces steel include the radiator support frame and the frames of the rear seat backs and lower seat cushions. Although sharing no external body panels with its 4x4 counterpart Ford Flex, the MKT and the Flex offer the same two-seating configurations. A 7-passenger, 232, configuration is standard, with an optional 6-passenger, 222, configuration. A second row of bucket seats replaces the 3-passenger split bench seat with a full-length center console as an option. During its production, the Lincoln MKT has seen relatively few changes, primarily limited to adjustments in color offerings and option packages. In 2013, in line with the MKZ and MKS, the front fascia of the MKT saw a redesign, with a widely slatted grille replaced by a more narrowly spaced design and a redesign of the lower grille. For 2016, a new Sync 3 infotainment system replaced the previous My Lincoln Touch. In 2017, the front fascia saw a second update, with the vertical grille layout replaced by a widely spaced horizontal design, shared with the Lincoln MKC and 2016 to 2018 MKX. From 2010 to 2016, with the exception of the Town Car livery variants, the Lincoln MKT was not sold by trim level, with examples largely identified by their engine and drivetrain configuration. To bring the MKT in line with other Lincoln vehicles, for 2017, the MKT adopted a Premier base model, with the Reserve as the top trim model. For the 2019 MI, Lincoln dropped the naturally aspirated 3.7 liters V6 Duratec engine from the trim lineup, making the twin turbocharged 3.5 liters V6 EcoBoost the sole engine.